Wellness Center with Dr. Malik, who some of you are starting to get to know now, sort of her resident physician. And we're going to talk about a really dangerous challenge, social media challenge that has been going around the last couple months that I find incredibly shocking, but apparently some of our younger persons thinks it's kind of funny. We're going to get some of her medical expertise on why it's probably not a good idea to engage in the skull cracker, challenge. So Dr. Malik, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what you have heard about this particular challenge, first of all, just through your own readings.
So the Skull Breaker Challenge is something that mainly teenagers are engaging in. It's a TikTok challenge, I believe, in which it involves tripping up a person so they land backwards on their head. It's highly dangerous, and there has been at least one death reported, but several severe injuries. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's not a good thing.
So, we did an article recently on this, and essentially what it is 3 persons will stand together, and the 2 outer persons will actually trip up the person in the middle, causing them to lose their balance and to fall backwards.
And land on their back.
Yeah, on their backs or potentially their heads,
yep.
Which is shocking. Some persons are willing participants in the challenge, and then other people, like the middleman, didn't actually know what they were in for, which is incredibly dangerous. So when we're talking about someone falling backwards with no protection, what are some of the possible injuries that you could incur with that type of a movement?
So the worst one being death, because it can cause instant death in some people, or death later. Paralysis, if you break your neck. Just any kind of head injury, so you could actually fracture your skull. You could fracture your spine or your back. There has been some reports of fractured limbs as well, so I believe there was a fractured wrist recently. So fracturing, like I said, paralysis, bleeding into the brain, which then comes with further complications, and then mild concussion even, but any kind of brain injury is a brain injury.
Yeah, so a lot of persons think that the head is quite tough, as Caribbean people would say, that you have a lot of protection against brain injuries from the skull, but it doesn't take very much force to actually cause, a cracked skull or swelling in the brain. So, if people are doing this on any sort of a surface, but in particular hard surfaces, concrete, tiled floors, that adds a significant layer of danger added to what they're actually doing.
Absolutely, especially if you land just on your head, or if you land on your neck, that's your whole body weight, the force of it all going straight onto your skull. So it will result in, and has done already, in significant harm.
Okay.
And disability in some cases.
Yeah. And even a concussion has, medical repercussions.
Absolutely.
Seizures can happen as well to individuals.
Yep.
Yeah, so medically not advisable to put yourself in that sort of a position.
Definitely not.
Why do you think, I guess young people kind of have a different interpretation of what's fun these days, but, even a couple weeks ago there was another incident of a lady in Jamaica. She's part of the dance hall community who was, doing this dance move, and she actually ended up fracturing her neck and she died.
Right.
As a result of this. So I think sometimes people are not fully comprehending that the positions and contortions and things that they're putting the body's not meant to do those things.
Absolutely not. And that's the problem here. Most of the participants are young teenagers. They want to go out there, impress their friends, impress each other, and they don't realise the severity of how dangerous this actually is.
Okay. And just general warning for parents would be to try to talk to their teenagers about this, since it is considered a social media challenge, to try to dissuade them from doing it.
Absolutely. And if you know of anybody else that's engaging in it, please report them. Also, if you have had anybody that's engaged in the challenge and they have any kind of symptoms, confusion, dizziness, or if you see somebody who has taken a significant impact, perhaps get them seen by a medical professional to make sure everything's okay.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So again, folks, the latest TikTok challenge, the Skull Breaker challenge, I think it also goes by the There's another name.
The jump trip challenge,
Yeah,
I
the jump
believe.
trip challenge, because they jump and trip the person at the same time. Medically is not advisable, Dr. Malik. You've heard it straight from the doctor's mouth. To please don't engage in these types of activities, because you're, you know, really risking injury to yourself and others. And even from a legal perspective, you could be charged with assault or worse, depending on how serious the injuries are.
Absolutely. So coming to that, it's actually been banned now in Thailand today. So anybody caught doing the challenge or uploading videos are now facing at least a 2-year jail sentence and a fine. And anybody that obviously is injured and has an injury from it, the jail time goes up. So but it's now being recognised as a problem around the world, and now is being classed as criminal.
Right. All right, folks. So just don't do it. It's not a great idea. Thank you so much, Dr. Malik.
Thank you.